Nice kind of talk back with another match preview for the Wrexham game on Saturday at 5:20. This one's going to be on BT. Because it's on BT, me and Tom are going to be doing a live watch along on YouTube, so make sure you tune into that if you can't catch it on BT. So yeah, I'll hand over to Tom now.
It's a really, really big one. The time it's come, the opposition, it's on TV. It's come after that performance. For me, it's one of the biggest games of the season. Probably actually now the biggest to date, because it really defines, especially if results go Notts' way in the earlier games, it could define Notts' season massively. So, huge game. Looking at the stats for the two sides then, Notts doing really well considering how many we've actually played. We sit in 5th place on 33 points. Wrexham sit on 32 points, one behind us in 7th place. We actually have 3 games in hand over Wrexham, and we have games in hand over most teams. We have 4 over Torquay at the top of the league. We can catch them up if we just keep this momentum going. Wrexham are unbeaten in 5. Notts are unbeaten in 6, and 5 wins in a row in all competitions for Notts. So it's looking like it's going to be a real blockbuster on BT Sport. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And as George has already mentioned at the start, we are doing the watch along. So it's a massive game for us to start that watch along series with. Wrexham have lost the lead though in 2 of their last 3, and that ended in draws in both games. One of them was a 95th minute equaliser against Dagenham, which knocks the confidence of players, no doubt. And if they're holding a lead in games, they start thinking in the back of the head, are we going to concede? So it's something in Notts' favour, especially if Wrexham, as you would expect, start to come out on the upper hand and they get that goal. It's always going to be in the back of the mind that they could go and concede. Last season we only got to play them once. We were really looking forward to actually going down to the away game, but obviously COVID curtailed the season. We did play them once at Meadow Lane. I remember their fans coming down in great voice. It was 1-1. Thoroughly enjoyable fixture. It was where Mitch Rose looked like Zidane for about the first 15-20 minutes of that game and looked unplayable, but our times have changed just for him and for Notts. So looking at the players to watch out for Wrexham, I could have picked out 5 or 6 or 7. I've picked out 3 that I think could be game changers for them. I've gone with Kwame Thomas. Now they signed him from Burton. He's got 3 in his last 3, and in one of those games he did get a brace. He's a player that's in form. He's a dangerous player. He's come down from the Football League. He's not really settled there. He's been with Derby, Coventry, Burton. He's not found his goal scoring form. He's come down as a big fish at Wrexham, wanting to show what he's got in this division. He's got 6 already. You're looking at probably, if he carries that on, 15. If he gets a spurt, maybe 20 goals this season. So dangerous all round for Notts. But we have a very, very, very good defensive record, and only conceded against Dagenham really because we had Michael Doyle in goal. Next player to watch out for then, Reece Hall-Johnson. Now he's a player that I wouldn't necessarily have picked out, but he's in form at the minute. A lot of calls for him in the last couple of matches to be man of the match. He did get a goal against Dagenham in that game where they were pegged back, and he's going to be dangerous, in and around the box. A few goals this season as well, and he could be one of the game changers for them. And the final player I've picked out is Christian Dibble. Now he's a goalkeeper, 26 years of age, and he's only played this season 7 games. Now those 7 games, 1 clean sheet. That's it, 1 clean sheet in 7, and only 2 wins in those 7 games. Now, this could be the weak point that we can work on. If we're peppering their goal, like we were against Dagenham, even with 10 men, they've not, I don't want to jinx this, they've not got a fantastic goalkeeper in the net from those stats. Now, he might make fantastic saves, and that might be a reflection on his defence in front of him, but they're to be got at. They are definitely to be got at. They don't concede many, but he's not had the best record in goal, and they are my 3 players to watch ahead of the big 5:20 kickoff on Saturday.
Team news then, we've obviously got the regular 2 that are always it feels like they're always in the team news part of the video. Kyle Roberts and Damien McCrory. We obviously don't have a date for their return. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But yeah, the other player that obviously we're not going to see is Sam Slocum after picking up a red card against Dagenham and Redbridge on Tuesday night. I think he'll be a bit of a miss. Obviously, Luke Pilling is good, and I think it's a good chance for Pilling to show his stead and show what he's about. So that takes me on to team selection. So in goal, obviously, it's going to have to be Luke Pilling. I think people are going to be crying out for Doyle to go in goal, and I understand it, but it's not going to happen. Right back, Dion Kelly-Evans has to be. He's been fantastic this season. Centre back, I'm going Rawlinson and Lacey. I think they've been really good. They played really well against Dagenham and Redbridge, made Doyle's life a lot easier. I think they were solid. And left back, I have gone for Barnett. I think for such a young player to just step into the squad and not look out of place, you know, he slotted straight in, I thought he did really well. I think it shows what level he's at, and hopefully we see him in the knock shirt for a long period of time. Sitting in front of the back four, obviously I've gone for the 4-2-3-1 as always. Doyle and Reeves, can't change it. Doyle will be buzzing, you know, after his performance against Dagenham and Redbridge, he'll be buzzing. So I think he'll have a good performance. And Reeves, you know, he did really well on his own in midfield against Dagenham and Redbridge. So another great performance for him, I thought. Sitting in front of those then, the three sort of attacking midfielders, if you will. I've gone for Knowles, Ruben Rodriguez and Miller. Now, I want Knowles to be on the left, Rodriguez to be in the middle and Miller to be on the right. Obviously, you can interchange the wings with Knowles and Miller. I think that could work really well with those. Wouldn't mind seeing Enzio in there. I think Enzio played really well on Tuesday night. So if Enzio's in for Miller, I think that'd be really good. But I think now, after seeing how well we played when Knowles starts, I think he needs to get some more starts and Oddly should give him the chance. And up top, I think we go Kyle Wootton. Been great this season. I think he's second highest goal scorer in the league. So give him a chance and I think we're going to take it. Feeling confident for this one. We're on TV. We're doing the watch along, so let's hope we have something to celebrate in that. I'm going for 2-1 knots. I think Wotton's going to get one, and I think Knowles is going to get one. I'll hand over to Tom for his prediction.
Score prediction is so difficult. It could go absolutely any way. And I do think Notts are going to win. I think Notts are going to pull it out of the bag. I think the players have got something, even last season, that they didn't have this. It's such an intense drive to win. It's absolutely unbelievable after what happened against Dagenham. The willingness, literally players throwing themselves in front of the ball 3 or 4 at a time to block shots. So I'm going to go for Notts and I'm going to go for 2-0. I think our defence is just brilliant. We've brought Barnett in, he's been fantastic. I think Kyle Wootton is now 1 goal behind Michael Cheek, the Bromley striker. So, yeah, I feel like he's in a rich vein of form. I think he's going to get a goal, and I think Ruben Rodriguez, and I think it's going to be another Rodriguez stunner, and I think that stunner will be the first goal, and I think it's going to lift the side. So, please, if you can, watch us, join us on the watch along, get involved in the live chat. We'll answer as many questions as we can during the game. It should be a fantastic game. And I just hope Notts go on TV and do all the fans proud as they did against Dagenham in the week.